Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was a bat-eared fox named Kateye. Kateye the bat-eared fox lived in the savannas where he would forage for food and rest in his den. Kateye the bat-eared fox woke up the same way he always did, by listening. Before his eyes even opened, his ears were already wide and tall. He lay still inside the sandy den, with his belly pressed to the ground and his tail curled round his legs. "Wait, there," Kateye whispered to himself. The night was just coming over the savanna, and all kinds of creatures were waking up. Somewhere far off, a bird called. The grass brushed softly in the breeze, but Kateye wasn't listening to any of that. He was listening for termites. As he scratched here and there, a faint, busy sound hummed beneath the earth, and Kateye the bat-eared fox's ears twitched with excitement. "There you are," Kateye the bat-eared fox murmured. That sound meant breakfast. That sound meant thousands of tiny insects moving through their underground tunnels, unaware that a very focused fox was already mapping all their footsteps. Kateye sprang up and hurried out of the den, his narrow snout low and his ears tilted forward. The other bat-eared foxes of his clan were waking up too, stretching, grooming, and bumping noses in greeting. Some rolled in the grass, some chased each other in quick, playful circles before the sun got higher in the sky. One bat-eared fox made a soft yipping sound, clearly inviting Kateye to join them. "Come on, Kateye," one of them said. But Kateye the bat-eared fox didn't hear it at all. Or maybe he heard it, but it didn't stick. His ears were busy doing what it did best, pinpointing the tiny crunches of termites underground. "Termites first," he said quietly. He padded away from the den, nose nearly touching the ground as he moved, following the sound like an invisible trail. Kateye couldn't help it. He was one of the foragers. His clan depended on him to find food, especially termites, which made up most of their meals. His ears were extra sensitive, and his brain was especially good at turning sound into supper. It was what he was good at. It was what he was known for. And so, while the others played, Kateye the bat-eared fox listened only to the earth. After a short walk, the termite sounds grew louder. Kateye froze, tilted his head, and began to dig. "Oh yes," he whispered. "Lots of you." Sand sprayed everywhere his paws were working in. Soon, he struck the jackpot of termites. He slurped them up with quick flicks of his tongue, crunching happily. Kateye the bat-eared fox said out loud while his tail was wagging. "That's a good spot." When his belly was full, Kateye the bat-eared fox lifted his head. The moon was higher now, lighting up the grass. For a moment, he noticed how quiet it felt. That was when he realized the others weren't nearby. "That's strange," he said. "Where did everyone go?" Kateye paused, ears swiveling. He heard distant movement, footsteps, soft yips, and something that sounded like playful scuffling. "They must have moved on to take a break," he said to himself. The clan had moved on. likely to a well-known burrow where they could rest in the middle of the night together. Gateye the bat-eared fox hesitated. Then, faintly, beneath it all, he heard termites again. "Oh, hold on," Gateye said quickly. "Just one more round." Without thinking, Gateye followed the sound. As the night continued on, Gateye the bat-eared fox continued his careful listening and digging. He found another mound. "Found you," he said. Then another. "Ah, even more," he said proudly. His ears never stopped moving, constantly scanning the ground for the soft whispers of insects below. But while Gateye was busy, the rest of the clan was busy too. Busy lying close together beneath the moonlight, grooming each other's fur, and napping in a cozy pile. The bat-eared foxes in the den shared warmth, comfort, and quiet company. But Gateye the bat-eared fox didn't see any of that. By the time the sun started to peek a little through the horizon and the air cooled again, Gateye the bat-eared fox felt tired. His belly was full, but something else felt empty. "I should head back," he said to himself. He padded back toward the den, expecting to hear familiar sounds close by. Instead, he found the den quiet. Hello?" Gateye the bat-eared fox called out quietly, but no answer. Gateye's ears flicked. He listened carefully. No termites this time, just the wind. Far away in a distance, he heard the clan, already settled in a different den they sometimes used, a safer spot for the night. Gateye stood still, his big ears slowly drooping. He had done his job. He had found food. He had listened well, but not to the right things. As the sun started to come up to start the morning, Gateye finally reached the den where the others rested. He approached quietly, unsure. The clan noticed him right away. "Gateye, you made it," one of them said to him. A few foxes shifted closer to make room. One gently brushed against him as if to say, "You're here now." Gateye the bat-eared fox curled up, listening to the sounds around him. This time, he tried something new. He listened not to the ground, but to the breathing beside him. The soft sighs, the small movements, the gentle rhythm of togetherness. "That sounds nice," Gateye the bat-eared fox thought. It felt good. Over the next few nights, Gateye the bat-eared fox kept foraging because the termites still needed finding and his clan still depended on him. But something began to change. Before racing off after every tiny underground sound, Gateye started pausing. "Are you all coming too?" he asked one night. He stayed a little longer when they rested together. "Just a minute," he told himself. "I can wait." Sometimes when play broke out, Gateye joined in, ears flopping wildly as he chased and dodged, tumbling clumsily in the grass with his clan. "Hey," one fox yipped playfully. Gateye laughed. "I'm not very good at this." He still heard termites better than anyone. That never went away. But now, he also heard laughter from the form of happy yips. He heard comfort in quiet moments. He heard belonging. One evening, after a successful night of foraging, Gateye lay beside the clan, watching the stars appear one by one. "There they are," Gateye whispered. His ears twitched as termites rustled far below, but he didn't rush off. They'll still be there tomorrow, he said, resting his head. Surrounded by warmth and familiar scents, Gateye finally understood something important. Being good at your work matters, but listening to the ones you love and choosing to be with them is what makes life feel full. And a bat-eared fox lived happily ever after. The end. The bat-eared fox, or Odocyon megalotis, is a fox species found in the African savanna. They live mostly in open grasslands, short savanna grass, and dry areas. Bat-eared foxes can be found in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and other countries. Bat-eared foxes love areas with a lot of termites and insects. That's their favorite food. Bat-eared foxes are mainly insectivores. That means they mostly eat insects. Most of their meals are termites and dung beetles. They can also snack on grasshoppers, ants, crickets, spiders, lizards, bird eggs, and tiny animals. They're named bat-eared fox because their ears are very big, up to about 5 inches long. Those big ears help them hear insects moving underground for food, like termites or beetle larvae. And they also help them stay cool in hot weather by letting heat escape from their ears. Bat-eared foxes usually live in family groups, where parents and pups stay close together. Bat-eared foxes are mainly nocturnal, which means they're mostly active at night, but sometimes in the early morning or late evening. Bat-eared foxes live in dens and they sleep and raise their pups in burrows or underground tunnels that they dig or reuse from other animals. Bat-eared foxes can be about 18 to 20 inches long and weigh about 7 to 12 pounds. Their fur is usually yellowish-gray with black legs, face mask, feet, and tail tip, which is a perfect camouflage. A single bat-eared fox can eat over 1 million termites in a year. Bat-eared foxes can live up to 6 to 7 years. Bat-eared foxes help control insect populations, especially termites. Their predators include eagles, jackals, and hyenas. Have you seen a real-life bat-eared fox before? If you have, where did you see it? Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, bye! Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids and for making calm, screen-free audio part of your child's day. If this podcast has become part of your child's routine and you'd like to support it, consider joining the ad-free subscription. Your support helps me keep creating more stories for kids, and you get every episode without ads. You can find all the details in the show notes.